I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis in my right hip back in, I guess, 1997, 98. So I lived with pain for about 12 years. I couldn't play softball anymore. I couldn't play volleyball competitively. The only thing I really could do was golf, even working in the yard. I'd have to take Advil all the time and other medication. So it progressively got worse to the point where last April I couldn't even walk. So I called Hunterdon Orthopedics, saw Dr. Glassner, and said, I need my hip replaced. And of course, that was the first time I saw him. So he took an x-ray and he came in and said, you're right. So I had it done a month later. It progressively got worse. I cut down my sports activities to 1 league a week. I used to ski a lot in the winter. After about 5 or 6 years, I couldn't ski anymore. And the last year, I couldn't put on a sock easily. I wear loafers because tying a shoe became very painful. Even sitting in a chair, you get to a certain point and you plop into it. It's difficult. And it gets to the point where, you're so young and you're like, I'm becoming an invalid. It's amazing what you can't do when you're in pain. I was very impressed with Dr. Glassner. I think he's got a good bedside manner. He's very professional, very straightforward. He seems to care about the patient. He spent a lot of time with me. I asked a lot of questions. He didn't rush me out of there. I was very pleased and impressed with how he handled me. And then, I decided after talking it over with my wife that night that I was definitely going to have him do it. And I called the next day and said, when can we do it? When I woke up in recovery, I was still a little groggy. And I was amazed that even then, I was in pain from having been cut, going through the surgery. There's a lot of bruising and whatnot, but the pain that I had prior to the surgery was already gone. The only pain I felt was from being manipulated and cut. And once I got into the room after recovery, I think it was 2 or 3 hours after that they got me up to take my first steps. 3 or 4 weeks after the surgery, it was very clear that, wow, I'm like a new man.